to. Hey, just me looking for my candle lighter. That's all done. Apparently need more candles. That's interesting. Well, in here. I did. Excellent. Throw up a little backlight while I'm waiting for some chatters. See if anyone comes to join me tonight. Ooh. There we go. That's my little backlighting. Just on candlelight. Why not? Oops. If I don't break anything. Try that. Cool. All right, so we're live. Got my coffee going. Oh, I gotta put that away. Just waiting for a chatter. 4, 3 or 4. Okay. Oh, even that shows up on the screen. Well, if you aren't here watching me live, you can tune in later. I did go, some of you know, some of you don't. I went today to get a cancer screening. That's what this would be right here. And fortunately, fortunate and unfortunate, I had the screening. It is not cancer, but they still chose to remove it. So, not really a big deal, but with the heart medicine and the blood thinners, you got to keep the bandage on for a while. Just make sure it doesn't open up and start to bleed. They only cauterized it. There's no stitching, so they just told me to be careful with it for 24 hours. So that's what we'll be doing. So that explains what that is. I'm talking about depression and being nervous. I've been worried since they set up this appointment to get it checked out a month and a half ago. So as it's getting closer to the due date, I'm getting more and more nervous. Didn't sleep at all last night. Night before wasn't much better. And I hated to find out, but like I said, all around good news is, yeah, it's not cancer. There's a name for it. I don't know that they wrote it down or are going to send it to me, but either way, there's a name for some kind of whatever it was. So, but they did remove it. Doctor's an excellent doctor. They did look over the whole body just to make sure there was no other sebaceous cyst, I think they called it. There's other things he was checking for. Having diabetes, they always check your hands, your feet, your palms, base of your feet. Make sure you're not getting any sores or any dry spots, anything like that. Some of the medications I'm currently on do lead to partial amputations, so they want to make sure that there's still adequate blood flow and everything's working right. So that was the good news. I did get a positive feedback. Like I said, the only real negative, and it stung just a little bit, but it really wasn't a big deal. But they cut it, cauterized it. So that's about it for that. Just glad it was over and done with. It's relatively quick, too. I was actually kind of surprised. He just asked me, "You want to get rid of it?" And it could have stayed, actually. two problems. You run the risk because it's right in like the shave spot if you do shave your face like I do. So it's right in that spot where you're always kind of hitting it. So they wanted to make sure, yeah, as time goes by, if it grew bigger or if I were to nick it, you know, could cut it, could make you bleed, which I'm on the blood thinner, so you're not supposed to. And you always run that risk. And of course, infection, which could lead to, some kind of major infection or worse, could turn into something. So he just figured, and I agreed with him. It's just, he was here, he had the time. Like I said, it took him like all of like 3 minutes. And he just said, well, if you want to get rid of it, we'll get rid of it. And they get rid of it. And that was about it. Uh, I did remember my coffee. So that's what happened with that today. I figured I'd just put up a little news blip about that, what happened, what's going on. I knew of some people that were concerned what was going on, so I figured I'd put it up there and we'll let everybody know. As again, with the depression, everything that's going on as far as that goes, um, yeah, it definitely doesn't help. Makes it harder to sleep at night and just worry about. So I've been in my dark place again, just kind of wondering, we do have a small history of skin problems, skin cancer in the family. So uh, it's enough to make you nervous and wonder. And, everything else, they said I was going to get sick. I did. I was going to have a heart attack. I did. I had open heart surgery. I did. I was going to become a diabetic. I did. Liver disease. I did. So it's just like, one more thing. So as soon as, they come across and tell you there's a possibility you have skin cancer, I just figure, well, along with everything else, yep, here we go. So fortunately, at least I beat this one. So I feel much better. Um, so yeah, if you just turned or you found this and watching it after the chat, then yeah, that's kind of what I posted, and that's what's going on. And at least for now, it doesn't look like anything. I guess there is a chance of uh, getting more as time goes by, as you age. That's all part of nature and part of life. I guess our family's prone to doing this. So I will just keep an eye on things. And he told me anytime I wanted to go back, um, feel free, don't hesitate, make an appointment. We'll go in, and especially because the family is prone to um, different skin problems. It definitely makes sense if there's any question, and you guys should too. If you have any questions about any kind of health issues or skin problems, anything like that, um, it's definitely worth going in. It's real quick and easy. He, I guess, knows what he's looking at, and looking for. Um, they just give you kind of a little once over to check everything, see if you've got any kind of blemishes, rashes, flaking, drying skin, anything like that. This little lump that I had. So totally painless. And again, even having it removed, it just nicked a little bit. It's like getting a really bad razor cut. But they did tell me that too. If you've ever been, even one time, if you've ever been sunburnt really bad, you really need to keep an eye on your skin. Sun damage does much more than a lot more of them, I guess, people think. As I was shocked. And I can remember 2 or 3 times in my life getting like really bad sunburn. So they said that's could be part of it. We got to watch all that stuff. So, which is the other thing too. The stream may not last that long tonight, simply because after not sleeping for the last 2 nights, I'm exhausted. So, I got a lot of running around to do tomorrow. So I don't know. I don't get somebody come in and talk to me a little bit. I'm probably going to end a little early. I definitely need a nap, if not bedtime. It's my usual 10 o'clock time. So I still got my stupid little lamp. I don't know why I show that every night, but it's what I sit here and fidget with. Something to do. till we build the stream up. If you do watch the stream, though, I gotta say, I've said it before, I appreciate everybody viewing and hit like and subscribe. Definitely try to build this channel up more so we can get more people in talking about more things, good or bad, indifferent, whatever. It's always nice. Last time I was on 2 nights ago, we had a really good chat. Ran into somebody who was really having some issues, and hey, even if we cheered them up a little bit, made them laugh, for one little second, it's that one little second that cheers them up, cheers them on. So if we felt good about that, it's definitely nice. It's a rough, cruel world out there. Face the reality. So if you can add just one little smile to somebody's day, just 30 seconds, it's all worth doing it. So hit like and subscribe. Like I said, we'll see if we can't hit more people, get them going on this channel. I've said it before. I've always said it. Nighttime's the worst for me, and I figured it worse for a lot of people. Is it doesn't matter what kind of relationship you're in, who you're with. Nighttime was you start relaxing and unwinding. And that's when you're really alone up here. So it makes you really think about a lot. So that's when it's hardest for me. So I noticed that too. A little side note: a lot of the phone numbers, the prevention hotlines, all that stuff, they only operate at night, which I thought two things is kind of interesting. Because people have 20 problems 24 hours a day. But at the same time, yeah, they were thinking, I think, along the same lines I was thinking. Then again, nighttime's the worst time. It's the roughest because no matter who you're with or whatever situation you're in, you're still all alone in your head. So that's why I figured, like I said, this would be the best time to just relax, turn the lights down a little bit, sit and hang out, and get things off my mind. Maybe help you guys get things off your mind. So I'll hang out for a couple more minutes, see if we get somebody in the chat, see what's going on. And I will head out off into the woods. There's a live stream I've been watching, wildlife camera. They get all kind of deer and raccoons, everything. So it's kind of my other way to relax at night. I just sit and listen to the crickets chirp and watch the wildlife come and go. So a guy set up a camera in his backyard, southeast Georgia. And he has a lot of wild critters come running around all the time. So we've named a few of them just to be funny, but it's also I think it's an excellent source of therapy, just sitting there watching nature and wildlife. And I've only been in there since the late spring, but I've seen the spring turn to summer, summer turn to fall. And of course, we're just on the verge of winter now. So it's kind of interesting. You see this guy's backyard. And like I said, he does get a lot of deer, a couple bucks. The biggest one is a 12-point buck. It's a live deer cam, LDC. It's in southeast Georgia. If you hear this, look it up. And actually, you'll probably find me because I'm usually on there after midnight. So if I'm not here, I'll be on that feed. Midnight my time, I should say. Eastern Standard, I should say. So it's a good group of chatters there. They've got a good group going on. It's pretty interesting, pretty fun. The other night too, I think there was a record for me. We wound up going with this chat for about 3 hours. Which is good because a lot of nights you get the feed like this, me just sitting here playing with my fiddlesticks and my stupid lamp, just kind of watching time go by. So it was good. We had a good, nice long chat with 4 or 5 people. Oh, and I've said this before too, and somebody said I didn't mention it last time in chat. My little icon is a birdhouse that I actually made myself out of all scrap wood, and then I had a whole big pile of junk jewelry. It's just something I saw in a magazine and threw it together. It's not my idea. I'm not trying to take credit for it at all, but I did make it. So I've said before in some of the other feeds. I didn't say it the other day. Somebody asked me. I do make them, but I'm out of jewelry. So if you or you know somebody who's got a whole bunch of junk jewelry laying around, anything single earrings doesn't matter what, because I usually take a lot of stuff apart anyways. Send them to me. I think my PO is in the description. PO Box 31, Newport, Maine 04953. Um, if you're not doing anything with it, throw it in a bag or a box or whatever, send it my way. I'll make more of these birdhouses, and um, if there's actually an interest in it, maybe someday I'll put one together and I'll show you guys how I make them. Anyways, again, I'm no pro. I just was bored one day and I started just with the birdhouse, and I didn't know what I was going to do with it. And then just sitting right next to me was, well, like I said, I saw it in a magazine, and I just happened to notice I had this whole bag of junk jewelry, and kind of put two and two together. And actually, I shouldn't say it so much. They had a theirs was more like um, more industrial type. It was screws, nuts, bolts, that kind of thing. And but they just did the same concept. They decorated a whole birdhouse with, like I said, industrial stuff and old skeleton keys, stuff like that. It was really cool. But then I just happened to look over, I had this whole bag of jewelry. I said, well, why couldn't I do the same thing, except maybe just add a little bling to it? So I did. So that's what I said. Um, yeah, if there's anything you got hanging around you're not using, um, put it up here in chat. Thank you. Cool. So yeah, if you see it, it's up there in chat. Um, doesn't look like we'll get a whole lot of people talking tonight, so it should be up at the top of the feed. If not, I'll put it down later in the description, or it's on my main page. If you check on my homepage, it's up there. So, or same thing, I've done it with other people. You just want to drop me a note or send me something cool. The address is there. Um, I do open everything online, so it'll be a live mail opening. Um, I think it's kind of only fair, you took the time and whatever to send me something. At least you should see me open it up. Even if it's just a card or a letter, see me watch me open it up online. It's only kind of fair. You went through the trouble, so you get to see me open them up. But like I said, if it really takes off, I'll build one of the birdhouses online. That might get me some views too, and get my mind off stuff. Because the rest of it, I mean, the cancer is good news, but it's one small win in a big pile of losses. So that's why I said that's what this channel is dedicated to: get us all in this little funk and maybe get our mind straight. I wish it wasn't decaf, but right now, anyways, that's what I'm relegated to drink. Regular caffeine apparently affects some of the medication I'm on, so I have to behave and watch myself. Watch what I'm drinking. Let's see, we're 20 minutes into this, and even the regulars haven't showed up, so well, maybe Monday's cool. Um, I keep saying it, and it's always I seem to get distracted. Well, today, obviously, I couldn't do anything during the day. But same thing, leave a comment in the description. You think daytime chat would be better, more responsive, better time for people? Leave me a message in the chat. Let me know. I'd definitely be interested. Um, but yeah, we just hit like the 20-minute mark, so I don't think I'll have anybody tonight. But again, what's going on with me, and that's what's going on with the Well, the other thing, the band-aid on my neck. So, if you're wondering, but I'm okay. Sure, I'll be here tomorrow. And yeah, and be good to yourself. See you soon.